Alright guys, I've already talked about the Peacemaker series on this channel. I loved it. I loved it. It's the best DC show they've ever made. Better than Doom Patrol. Better than Titans. Better than Superman and Lois. Better than Smallville. Better than Lois and Clark, The Further Adventures of Superman. It's the best DC superhero show. It's the best DC show that's ever been made. Period. End of story. So I've loved it. I love Peacemaker. I think John Cena's doing a great job. I love Vigilante. He was my favorite character. Harcourt was awesome. I really hope we see more of her in the future. John Economist. He's one of my new favorite nerds in television. I really liked this show. Let's talk about the cameo, though. The big cameo, or cameos, at the end. But before I talk about those cameos, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to reach enough viewing hours to be able to monetize. You can help me do that by subscribing and watching. Also, if you have any questions or any topics you think I should cover, feel free to email me at theoqreview@yahoo.com. I'll definitely answer your emails and would love to get some ideas for some topics. Let's talk about those cameos at the end of Peacemaker. Alright. I love them. And I hated them. Let's talk about why. First of all, I love the idea of having the Justice League there. Having the Justice League show up. Now, granted, it wasn't the whole Justice League. Batman and Cyborg were suspiciously absent. We'll talk about that. But, you know, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash, they were present. We didn't see Superman's face. We didn't see Wonder Woman's face. We're led to believe that it was Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. There's no reason for us to not believe that. Because remember, they're giving us the perspective of the average fan. The average fan doesn't know everything that's been happening in the background, right? They don't know some of the turmoil that's going on over at WB. They don't know that that Henry Cavill's job as Superman may or may not still exist. As far as the average fan is concerned, Henry Cavill's still Superman. You know, we represent, us fans represent what? Maybe 1 to 3% of the movie-going population? So the average person has no idea. If I were to go ask my wife, hey, who's Superman? She's going to say Henry Cavill. Because that's who it is to the average fan. They don't know that there's turmoil going on behind the scenes at WB. And frankly, most of them don't care. So from the perspective of the average fan, that was Henry Cavill's Superman. That was Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. Obviously, it was Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller's Flash. Now, I am certain why they had the two speaking parts. Both Aquaman and Flash have a movie coming out this year. Obviously, they're going to have the speaking parts. They have a movie coming out this year. Each one of them do. We have to get, as far as WB's perspective is concerned, we have to make sure that the average fan remembers these two characters specifically. Ezra Miller's Flash, Jason Momoa's Aquaman, they're the ones with movies coming out. So that makes sense from that perspective. They didn't have to have Superman speak. They didn't have to have Gal Gadot speak because neither one of them have a movie coming out. Those two do. They have to be the ones that the attention is on. That's fine. It came out later that Peacemaker may happen after the events of The Flash, and maybe that's why Batman isn't present, because maybe Batman's doesn't even exist anymore. If he does exist, maybe it's in the version of Michael Keaton's Batman. We just don't know yet because we haven't seen The Flash. My guess is that there's a in-universe reason why Batman's not there. Now, if you go back and read the comics, there's lots of Justice League storylines where not the entire league is there. I just read a comic that focused on Bloodwind, where Ray and Adam, they go inside this gem to find Bloodwind and get him out. This gem that's on Martian Manhunter's chest, and get him out. Literally, this is a Justice League comic with Ray, Adam, Bloodwind, and Martian Manhunter. Those are the only four present. Now, at that time, Batman and Superman weren't members of the League, but the League had a much bigger roster than that, but not everybody was a part of that story. So, who cares why Batman and Cyborg weren't there? Maybe they were out, maybe Batman was out washing his car, and Cyborg was out pumping oil into his joints. Who knows? Who cares? It's not really relevant. What is relevant is the direction the DCU is going. Having the Justice League show up in an R-rated property and having F-bombs being dropped by the Justice League, I'm not sure how I feel about that, honestly. Now, I know fans, for whatever reason, fans are like, everything should be rated R. We should have a rated R Batman, a rated R this, a rated R that. And I'm like, why? Why? Why does it have to be rated R? Kids like these characters too, you know. So I don't know about that direction, that decision to have. I don't know. Maybe I'm overanalyzing it. Overanalyzing it. Something about that whole exchange between Aquaman, Peacemaker, and Aquaman and Barry. Something about that exchange just rubbed me wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting to be a prude in my old age. I don't know. But clearly, Peacemaker's in the DCU, just like the Suicide Squad is. So I'm just curious to see what happens next. What happens in the Flash? What happens next? What happens in Aquaman? I've accused WB in the past of not having a plan. And quite frankly, I don't think they do have a plan. Honestly, I think the WB is taking crap, throwing it against the wall, and seeing what sticks. Oh, the fans like this. Let's do more of this. Because it's stuck on the wall. This other thing fell. We don't need to do any more of that. They don't have a plan. They're throwing a whole bunch of stuff at us and calling it the multiverse, thinking that we're stupid enough to realize they have no plan. It's okay. It's the multiverse. We can tell whatever story we want, and it's all connected because it's the multiverse. It's not all connected because you don't have a plan. You don't have a plan. It's not connected. You can say it is all day, but it's not. It's WB throwing crap against the wall and saying, it's the multiverse. No. You have no plan. Tell us your plan. Tell us your plan, stick with it, and then we'll be more excited. Would I love to see the Snyderverse come back? Absolutely. I love the Snyderverse. Man of Steel is one of my favorite comic book movies of all time. Batman vs. Superman was flawed but fun. Zack Snyder's Justice League, I believe, was a masterpiece. Loved it. Zack Snyder also had his hands in Wonder Woman and Suicide Squad. I liked both of those. I loved Wonder Woman. I liked Suicide Squad. I like the Snyderverse quite a bit. And I would love to see it come back. If it doesn't come back, whatever. Just tell us some good stories and give us a plan. Tell us what you're doing. And maybe Flash will do that. My guess is it won't. Because that's been WB's MO. Is not telling anything quite. WB right now reminds me of the Fox X-Men universe. No real continuity, just some loose threads to keep it all together. And call it a universe, when it really wasn't. So, yeah. I love the cameo, but some of it just really rubbed me the wrong way. What did you guys think of the Justice League cameo? Let me know in the comments down below. While you're down there commenting, make sure you subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for joining me right here at the LQ Review. Until next time, we'll see you later.